Hey everyone, this is the hardcore legend Mick Foley, just finishing up a show at the Irving Theater in Indianapolis for Mad Hatter Shows. It was a great show. Everyone had a good time. Everyone walked away with a smile on their face. This is one of, I think, 5 or 6 shows I did for Mad Hatter, and I really enjoyed it. So if you can come out and be part of one of their shows, I highly recommend it. You will have a nice day.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Second Chance, London Out Music. Shout out to Mad Hatter Shows. It's going down, man. Second Chance.
Bada boom, realest one in the room. How you doing? It's your boy Enzo. I'm a certified G and a bona fide stud. You already know you can't teach that. But another thing you can't teach, good podcasting. And if you want to listen to a good podcast, Mad Hatter Shows. And go to madhattershows.com. It's the bomb. How you doing?
Well, howdy world, how the hell are y'all doing? Catfish Cooley coming to you live, baby. Look here, I'm about to do a lot of work with Mad Hatter Shows. They're the best in the business. Y'all jump on board, come on, baby. We got a lot of laughs to do.
Yo, what's up? This is Pauly Shore, and I'm hanging out with my friends that do the Mad Hatters. I just did my show, so I'm a little crusty, bro. But I'm just chilling, and we're here, so check them out. Later.
Yeah, coming to a city near you. Yeah, just check out MadHatterShows.com. Harsh Twins gonna be there. Yeah.
What's up? This is Big Smo, and this whole night was crazy. If you want to get with it like I get with it, MadHatterShows.com, baby. You got to come get with them.
Here we go. It's Mad Hatter Shows, the
It's
first
us.
one of 2022.
Me and you makes 2.
We got the new year. We got the new bumper there. We got some new promos.
I like that. You hear me growling?
So much new stuff. Yeah, that was.
I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry, Neil.
You know what else happened since the last time we were on here is you came up again on my Tinder and we still didn't match. So
hey,
you act surprised every time. This is.
Well, you know, I'm not shocked. You see how you treat me as a work wife?
Yeah.
I can't imagine how you treat me.
I guess.
I don't even never hear from you. The day of the podcast, 5 minutes before the show.
I see you. It's the Mad Hatter Shows podcast. This is
check left.
Neil Snyder. We got Kamillion with us here. Some of you may not know why you're watching this because it's on a page that you just got notification for. So those that you don't know what's going on here, Mad Hatter Shows is a national. Entertainment company. We used to be regional, but I think we can say national now. We're all over the country. We're double booking. We're triple booking.
How many states is it?
I don't know.
See,
we're in like 20-something, I think.
No.
So we've been in a lot. So. We got somebody out there that's fact-checking us tonight. This has all gone to hell already. But we're going to have fun here. We're going to talk here. Catfish Cooley's going to call in at 9:35 Eastern Time.
And, I have my plaid on, too. I just want to know for the audience. No, for Catfish Cooley.
Yeah,
yes, for my country brother.
Redneck stuff. That's his...
Yes.
So he's calling in here tonight, and we're going to have fun with him. But we're going to recap a little bit. So what we do is kind of an infomercial showing you other events we've got coming on, all the different things we do, whether it's stand-up comedy or improv comedy or music.
Lots of stuff.
Pro wrestling. We've done all kinds of wild stuff. We had a hypnotist. So right now the schedule has mainly comedy on it. And let's recap. Since the last time we were on here, we had our largest show in history.
Which was
the Hodge Twins. So,
boy, hold on while I take a deep breath. Okay, carry on.
It beat a music show. You can see we actually had an upper deck at this one as well. So,
wonder why all them people's in there.
Yeah, they were there for the show.
For the
Hodge Twins, but not for the same reason you were there to watch them. There's a lot of dudes there. But that was a fun show. I think I
would have been there for the entertainment. Don't judge me.
Well, see, you weren't there is the thing. And I don't feel like I should have to beg you to come. But this is a couple shows though. We did Terre Haute, Indiana, and we did, and that was our highest comedy show ever. And then the next night we broke that record in Evansville. So thank you to everybody.
Guinness, call Guinness. Breaking records.
Yeah, and I had a role on that show. I don't know if we got any of the pictures queued up. I sent like a gallery over to Jason, but I ended up in an upper deck and in the crowd. The Hodge Twins do a Q&A section, so you can see Neil is one of the hardest working guys in the industry. I would take a call.
Look at you!
So somebody would actually like I would ask them a question, right? And they would give that question to the Hodge Twins, and then the Hodge Twins would be talking, and then I would bolt. Like I would go.
You did not bolt.
Yeah, I had to go up some stairs. Like it was.
You exaggerate. You did not bolt.
I bolted. I was wearing dress shoes too. It was dangerous for a few moments.
He ran slowly.
Yeah,
to the top of the building.
I scurried a little bit. So.
But you look good.
Yeah,
you look good, my
if,
brother.
If,
you look good.
If I'd been on the bottom of there,
look at you with the twin.
I'm
the triplets.
That's the Hodge triplets. Separated at birth.
Salt and pepper, baby.
Absolutely.
Look at y'all.
Like
I can barely tell you from them.
Take me on tour, guys.
I can barely tell you from them. Barely.
But see, if I'd been on the lower level with a mic and you'd been in the upper level with a mic, I wouldn't have had to scurry.
I would have been on whatever level the twins were on. I ain't even gonna lie.
All right, we got more shows coming up with them. MadHatterShows.com. The second show, which is, I believe, January 22nd, is nearing a sellout, but it is not sold out yet. So MadHatterShows.com if you want to. Yeah, we're sold out for the 21st already there. And it's just because of venue capacity that one's not a record. Because if you put them together, it would be a record. So these guys are making big numbers there. So I think you'll be able to redeem yourself if you come to one of those other shows. But we did another thing to kind of sweeten the pot here. Another guy that we know that you like is coming back to Mad Hatter Shows. He's one of my favorite guys I have worked with the whole 10 years I've done this. So let's bring him up here.
What you got? You're slow on the draw.
And it's not him, so it's...
okay, but I like this guy, too.
I like Haywood. I do like Haywood.
This guy, too. But I don't know about him competing with the Hodge Twins in my heart.
So we got a weekend with Haywood. Let's bring him up. We've got shows with him this weekend, Martinsville and Lebanon. Martinsville's on Friday night at the American Legion, and Saturday is in Lebanon with the American Legion. So
look at his coat, his little jacket, his guitar. He's so put together.
Yeah, and I like him too, but he wasn't my surprise for you. That was.
I already know about him because I'm on that, right?
You're on that show in March. Like you're not going to show up in Martinsville on.
No, but I'm going to be me. I mean, I already knew he was coming, so that's not a surprise for me, sir. Is all I'm saying.
No.
Yeah. So whatever that
production error.
Yeah, you messed that up.
I'm letting our guys search for it. I'm not over here with them. Like I rely on someone else.
Yeah, you're lame on that draw, Neil. That's okay.
That's Haywood
Not
Banks.
the first time, I'm sure.
Haywood Banks from the Bob and Tom
2
Show.
2 points, Kamillion.
So that's you don't have to be on that show.
I am feeling myself tonight. Let me calm down. No, go ahead.
All right, so if that surprise didn't work, let's see if the poster I was going to have pulled up as further evidence of us trying to stay on friendly terms.
Okay, yeah. What you got? What you got?
I feel like I need a remote back here to just be like, boop.
You'd probably mute me with it.
There we go. Look at this.
Okay. Oh, I look so nice. Look at that.
Putting you on stage.
Look at that.
So this show will be at Winamac. You're going to have to call Tippy's directly for tickets at this one. It's going to be February 11th. It's Valentine's weekend.
Look at me. That's me with straight hair. So you can hardly recognize me. Yeah. My hair's straight there.
How's it going to be that night?
I don't know. You never know with me. The straight hair is a lot of work. Okay.
Co-headlining with DJ Dangler, not an easy task. So we hope you're going to have to bring your A game that night. But that's going to be at Winamac at a place called Tippy's Pizza and Beer. It's like a little restaurant. We put like 85 people in there last time. So it's a party. Like it's a good time. When we get everybody in there. So I'm going to have to hold your surprise for after we talk to our first guest. That's you knew that show was coming.
I know, but I mean, I look real important. I thought that's how you were surprising me. Okay. Well, you're doing all right tonight, Neil.
Okay, looks like he's got it pulled up. So we're gonna see your surprise, and then we're gonna bring up the first guest of the night here. So
okay.
This is and I'm coming to your town to spread
to
comedy,
see me,
laughter, mirth, and merriment. You got to come to the show. Don't
I'll
say
be there.
there's nothing to do, because you have something to do. You're coming to see Jimmy J.J. Walker, and I'm not even going to say the whole thing, but I know you're going to love it. Come see Jimmy J.J. Walker. Coming to your town.
Let's see, Neil. That's how you get me to a show.
That's
how you get me to a show, Neil, right there. You bring my you know what? I think my first crush was JJ.
Really?
I'm pretty sure it was. That's how you get me to a show.
I'm not sure that I want you to meet him now. You're gonna have to calm down and take it down a notch. That's but Jimmy Walker, first weekend of February, we're gonna spend that.
I can't believe it. Was that message just for me?
Well,
or was he? If it wasn't just for me, let me think it was.
There's
just
lots
for
of people watching, and it can be for anyone. But Jimmy Walker, we've had him on several shows here, and he's coming back the first weekend of February. We will have him in Fort Wayne on the 3rd of
That's pretty cool news.
February. We'll have Indianapolis on the 4th. So those tickets are on the website right now on MadHatterShows.com. So
he's a real icon.
yeah, so let's go. We'll go back for a second. Let's talk about Haywood Banks this weekend. We've got Haywood Banks.
Okay.
The first night in Martinsville, we've got somebody that's a well-known person for the folks that follow Mad Hatter shows. We started using him a lot last year. Let's bring on our first guest, Jake Ruble.
Okay. Jake.
Yo, what's going on?
Now, see,
You're so cool.
I kind of laughed at the production before, but that was perfect. Like, we didn't have to say, hey, is this mic on? Like, everything's going through. You got your internet's working out in the boonies where you live?
Yeah, hopefully it continues to work out. That's the only thing I'm worried about, is that it's pretty shoddy out here.
Shoddy, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, well,
What you got hanging behind you there, Jake?
Oh, this little guy right here? Yeah, that's a tapestry that I made.
Okay, pretty cool. Looks real peaceful.
Yeah.
I'm digging all that ambiance.
Yeah, well, that's, I mean, look at me. I'm either going to have a room like this, so it's going to be all white walls and straitjackets. That's all I got.
So Jake Ruble in the house here. So has it been a year yet that you've been working with us? Like, I know it was sometime last year that we put you on the show with Donnie Baker. Like early summer, maybe?
I don't think it's been
spring?
quite a year yet. I think you guys brought me in maybe like 3 or 4 months into last year. So we're getting close to a year.
Okay. Well, you're still kind of a rookie in comedy. Like the way that people term, how long people have been doing things, like you're still a baby in this. So it's very cool.
Oh, for sure.
We've already been, we've had you on tour with Donnie Baker, going on to other states and that kind of stuff. So I guess, how's Mad Hatter been treating you?
I mean, Mad Hatter's is good depending on who my roommate is.
Uh-oh. I feel secrets coming.
So what's that mean?
Well, all right. So if it's just me and John, I have to bring headphones with me because that dude needs to go to a doctor soon. Like his snoring is like, people snore. I get it. A lot of people snore, but John's snoring. It's reading a whole story to us that he needs to go to the doctor as soon as possible because he's not doing good.
For those that don't know, that's
Yeah.
John Payne. That's the Mad
Right.
Hatter. So
Our John in the corner.
so many
John.
people think I am
Yeah.
the entire Mad Hatter shows, but this is the guy, and apparently he doesn't sleep well. And I say apparently. It's the same thing. Yeah. If you don't fall asleep before him, like it's gonna be a loud night. And what he'll do is he doesn't just go into the room and go to sleep. He actually will turn it on like some shitty movie or something, right? Turn it up real loud.
Yeah, there he is. Look at him. Act like he doesn't know what we're talking about. You know what we mean. Go to the doctor, you bum.
And then put his remote like under his nuts and fall asleep. And so then, I can't.
I'm done with the remote.
So yeah, it's like I got to figure out a way to yank the TV out of the wall or maneuver his nutsack to actually. That's
I'll get the remote. I don't care. You're scared of it. I'm not scared of it. I'll get that remote.
You're gonna watch what you want to watch.
Yeah. Now people are like, I know why Jake's on Mad Hatters. All right, I get it.
I'm like,
but here's the other thing. Neil, we've also shared a room together.
Tell it all.
And I don't know if people realize this about you, but if you take your shirt off, you're covered in tattoos.
That's not everyone
Take it off. take it off.
Do it. Take your
Get
shirt
off.
off, Neil.
I wish I had some dollar
Do
bills.
it. Do it on Facebook
it
Live.
off.
Facebook Live right now.
Why did
Take your
5,000
shirt
people
off.
turn the feed off? That
My
was,
glasses fogged up, Jake, and he hadn't even taken it off yet.
We're gonna have to
Well,
save that
the
for a
great
special
the great
episode.
thing is about that though is that it's like you would think looking at you like they're gonna be like like just normal dude tattoos, and they're like gangster tats, dude. You look like an accountant who went to prison and had to get tattoos to fit in.
Oh my.
See, I thought he was going to talk about the crowd experience or the travel and the locals. He's just like, no, let's talk about the hotels. Like that's, but that's a part of the, when things get lighter, you're starting to take gigs now. You're getting agency work, this kind of stuff. The road becomes part of the comedian experience.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, like for openers, I'm only on stage for like, anywhere from 1 to 3 hours a weekend. Like I'm not on stage that much, depending on how many shows we have. So the majority of the things that I come home with is like what we did while we were there.
And then you write material for the next show, right?
yeah. Depending on who I'm on the show with, for sure.
Right. Okay.
And
right.
I think we've actually got a couple examples of what happens sometimes on the road. Picture-wise, here we're gonna have our production guy dig into the old sack.
Montage,
Can I
baby.
look?
Montage.
Should I even look?
Look at this.
Scared.
This is
okay. It's safe.
This was us at an actual bridge of Madison County.
What is this, Jake? Is this?
It's very coy.
Are you giving us?
I mean, I'm just letting you know. I'm letting you know. That's where me and Neil were falling in love.
Okay.
Clint Eastwood style. I think we both know. Looking at
that's
this,
Madison
who Clint
County.
Eastwood is.
Okay.
We stopped there to pee, and eyes got diverted.
Okay, and a decision had to be made. I get it.
I'll tell you this about that picture though, is right before this picture was taken, I had to pee so bad, and there were no bathrooms around, and I went on the other side of this bridge, under the bridge, to pee, and those people that are on the back side of that bridge right there walked up,
and
they were not excited. They were not happy.
So
that was not what they thought was going to happen. So.
This was out in Iowa, right? This was because we just came from the John Wayne Birthplace Museum at this point. So
I love the background. It's beautiful.
Yeah, we did the John Wayne tour, which was cool. You made the tour guide very uneasy.
What did you do?
You really creeped her out.
What did you do?
I don't know. Let's hear.
What did he do?
I don't know if we should talk about it.
Okay. Never mind. If it's that
She was asking a lot of questions, and every answer that Neil was giving was correct, but it was
creepy.
the way that it was correct.
I believe that. I can believe that.
Well, I just been playing Sam Lasco from Trailer Park Boys that called me too, and I had him on speakers. I'm like walking around the museum gift shop part about it. So it was doomed from the start. If anyone was listening to us, like it just.
I would say just be you when you meet people, Neil, but no.
Does this make you want to travel with us?
I'm scared.
There we go. It's the
I
clock
want my
tower.
own room. I know that.
That's I don't even know what was happening here. We're like, let's just take a picture.
That's just a
together.
random rest stop.
And then thumbs up.
And then that's not Jake.
That's not me.
That's someone else altogether. Yeah, there's people that are on Catfish's feed right now. They're just like, it took us 18 minutes to see a picture of that fucker, and it's a still shot with the host. Like that's
yeah. That's what I look like whenever I cut all my hair off. So that's maybe that was me.
The other picture I provided was a pizza ranch, which if you go out that far west, you have to go to the pizza ranch. So that's there we go.
Looks like you guys
there
have a ball. A scary ball.
I don't think anyone should ever go to a pizza ranch with Neil, though.
Okay, is there a story attached to
this?
So warning?
If you go to like a pizza buffet, right?
Oh, wow.
You go through and you get like the pieces of pizza that you want. They also have like fried chicken and mashed potatoes and macaroni and cheese and all the delicious food.
Okay.
So I went up with a big plate and I had a couple pieces of pizza. Then I got like 2 pieces of chicken, some mashed potatoes. Not Neil. Neil goes up and layers it like he's making like I mean, he's got like the pizza on the bottom, then he's throwing like the mashed potatoes on the pizza, then the chicken inside the mashed potatoes, and then he's got to make sure he puts that cottage cheese on the top just to just as his dessert over the whole thing.
No, it's like
you can go back.
Yeah, but I don't want to have to keep getting up.
You people are the reason we can't have a decent buffet.
I didn't make too much of a mess. And we even donated $1 to like some wonderful charity.
They probably closed that buffet.
Oh, did we? Did we donate $1?
Oh,
no.
wow.
She asked Neil if he wants to donate $1 to like children who are in need, and your response was, "Oh, that just sounds awful."
Oh, I'm embarrassed.
So here's the thing. I just got laid off on the week before.
Oh, okay.
I was between jobs.
You should have just politely declined.
I was living on Pizza Ranch and the Bush Light that we were selling in Nebraska. So
I'm sorry, Jake. I apologize.
Well,
on my
I did
behalf.
donate $1, actually $2, and I got to fill out like a little card to hang on the wall, and I just wrote on the card, "From Baby Neil with love." So
look at that.
And it's people like you that keep the blessings flowing. Thank you, Jake.
Yeah.
If you're having fun listening to Jake, you can see him on stage Friday in Martinsville, Indiana, in front of Haywood Banks. Are you too young to have grown up on Haywood Banks? Are you a fan? I never really talked to you about it.
No, man, I'm from Indiana. Like, I'm in my mid-30s, and we all grew up on Haywood Banks, where I'm from, man.
I forget. Anybody that's younger than me, I'm just like, what was it like in the 90s when you were a toddler? Like, I don't know. Like, it's...
Dude, you're obsessed with Degrassi. Don't talk to me about old and young stuff.
Who isn't obsessed with Degrassi? Like, only the best of the best are obsessed with Degrassi. And Jake knows enough about Degrassi to travel with me, so...
Thank you for the... I'm not going on the road with you. I'm not.
Yeah,
Jake
don't do it. Don't
Jake
do it
has
to yourself.
paid for us all. I'm not.
Which you should. You're very funny. I mean, you came and did a show for me. You're hilarious. We all had a great time.
Thank you, Jake.
Very funny.
Thank
Definitely.
You. And I love your TikToks,
the best
Jake.
part of this podcast.
Everybody should follow. Let me say this. Everybody should go to TikTok right now. What's your TikTok handle, Jake? Because I follow you on TikTok. What's your TikTok handle?
Oh, thank you. It's Indiana Ruble.
Yeah,
Ruble.
Yeah, everybody should go follow Indiana Ruble right now. I follow you and I love your videos.
So when people come and watch the stage show, you're not doing musical comedy like Haywood. What do they expect to hear from you when you're up on stage?
I mean, really, I just talk about how I'm failing as a father. I'm mooching off my wife's nurse money, and how I was raised by a biker and a hippie. And how most people think by looking at me, and I mean, this is my area that I live in, everybody pretty much thinks that I'm either a drug addict or a drug dealer.
Are you?
And I've been sober for 14 years.
Okay.
So.
Just gay, let them know. Clarify.
Yeah, well, so that's pretty. I just go into all that.
See, that's why I was joking. That's a straight face. You were supposed to clap or something, and instead you
hey, if they're going to question you, let them know. Wow. Go ahead, my bad.
That's awesome.
I mean, it's fine.
Well, and also,
I'm used to it.
When you do, and you need to hear this, Christy.
Tell me.
When you open for Haywood Banks, you have to do a clean set. How much adaptation did you have to do to change your set to be clean on Friday?
Say that one more time. You kind of cut out a little bit.
How much adaptation did you have to do to your set to make it clean to open for Haywood?
None. I mean, I'm always clean. It just kind of comes out that way. I mean, like when we're doing the shows with other people, like with Donnie, I work with Donnie a lot. I'm still clean with him, but I might throw in a couple extra jokes that I wouldn't do at like a super clean show, but it's still clean. And it's funny how many people will come up to me afterwards and they're like, "You were so funny, thank you so much for being clean. Like, that was just nice to hear somebody funny and being clean." And I'm like, you're at a Donnie Baker show, right? Like, what did you expect?
But it's wild too, because when they look at you, they're just like, this guy is going to be a degenerate. You know, this guy is going to be absolutely filthy with his language.
Yeah, I trick them right out the gate. They're tricked, dude. Like as soon as I go on stage, I always see like all the stoners in the audience are like, "Oh right, yeah," and then I'm like, "I don't smoke weed," and they're like, "Oh what?"
And that's what they get for assuming, right?
Yeah.
That's what they get.
So this is very cool. I mean, obviously it's not because of Mad Hatter. We kind of jumped on the bandwagon when it was discovered you were funny and you could do this. But this is, I already saw your first club headlining here in a month. What's the plans for what are your goals in comedy? You're shooting up fast.
I mean, really, I just want to kind of keep doing what I'm doing. I love the road work. I love being on the road. Kind of the way that it's been happening has been nice because I'll leave usually on a Thursday or Friday night, and then I'm usually back home by Sunday. So I get the whole week with my wife and kids. And, you know, I mean, it's legit a dream come true. This is what I wanted to do. This is what I'm able to do. I'm super happy about it. Just, you know, headlining clubs across the country, and then, you know, just having like a little cult following, if you will, which I look like a cult leader anyway, so it makes sense.
That's a good answer. Yeah, everybody has a different reason they're in comedy and all this, and I never thought that I'd be setting up sound and lights and speakers and sometimes not on stage, and sometimes working music shows, and sometimes, you know what I mean, like everything just kind of happens the way it happens. And so it's neat that everybody kind of finds their own way. So you're kind of new in this as well. I think you've been doing this around the same amount of time as Jake, so it's
really
kind of cool to watch.
I'm a baby too.
Watch you do your things here. So any advice for Kamillion?
Yeah, give me some advice.
She's hopping on some of these shows that we're doing, and then she's getting on to bigger stages.
I mean, I don't. It's hard for, you know, somebody else that's new to give advice, obviously. No. I mean, I've only been doing comedy for a few years, but I just always tell everybody, you know, at least be funny on stage, be a really good hang afterwards, and don't be a jerk to anyone. And if you can just do those three things, you're going to be fine.
Thank you, Jake.
Awesome.
You keep being you, because I love you. I love your originality. I love it.
As Mad Hatter gets bigger,
well, I love you too.
Yeah, we get this whole weird family. This is the Motley Crew. Like, we're kind of all kin right now. This is
hey,
get in for a group hug
cousin.
Or something like that's
cousin.
So
I just feel like I just look like a giant that's just palming your heads. That didn't work out right. It was creepy.
All the people, though, they're sitting here, they're waiting on Catfish Cooley, and they ended up stumbling upon this, and they're like, hey, this guy, like, he might be funny too, let's follow him. How can they do that? Where can they find you online, and how should they do so?
Yeah. The first thing is, if you just go to jakeruble.com, it's got all my show dates, it's got links to all my different social media, so that's just Jake Ruble, RUBLE.com, and then Jake Ruble on Facebook is where I'm the most active, probably, and then also on TikTok, which, if you just go to my website, you can go straight to my Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, all that stuff. And then I also do a podcast with my wife that is called Laugh and Be Blessed.
Right.
That is, we talk about how, you know, we feel like we're trying to do our best as parents, but it's not working. Like, our kids are out of control and stuff, and we talk a lot about movies and books and board games and like whatever we're kind of into. So it's just kind of like a weekly update on what's going on in our lives. And we got some really, really cool people that have jumped on board with the podcast, that have started like its own little family. You know, it's funny because it's called Laugh and Be Blessed, and then everybody who's into the podcast calls themselves the Blessed Ones. And this is the dude that runs the podcast, so everybody thinks we're in a cult.
Yeah. Which is so for those that don't know, and I don't even know if Kamillion knows this, what was your original job?
Well, I don't know if I'd call it a job, but before I did comedy, I was a Pentecostal preacher for 6 years.
So everybody takes a different route into this comedy stuff. So we're happy we discovered you, Jake, and we're glad you copped in on the stuff here that we had tonight. I will see you on Friday. I'll be part of the production crew and probably selling T-shirts for Haywood. So I look forward to seeing your set. Anything new that I haven't seen yet?
Yeah. Since I'm gonna be headlining in February, I've got some new stuff I'm gonna be working on. I've worked on it a few times, and I figured this is probably a good show for me to bring it to. So definitely have some new material to bring out.
Martinsville American Legion, if I remember correctly. That's an upstairs at the place. It's a neat little room. So we're looking forward to doing that, and I'll be on that stage in front of Donnie Baker a couple months from then. So I'm going to be scouting it out a little bit. So thank you for joining us here, Jake, and we'll see you here soon.
Bye,
All right,
Jake.
see you guys. Thanks for having me.
See you out there, Jake.
I feel like the mood of tonight's podcast is a little different than normal. Like, we're a little more sillier, we're a little more frenetic. We're having fun, though.
We haven't seen each other in a while. I've missed you.
You have not.
Have you really? I have. I've missed you. I hate to admit it live on the air.
We could have hung out if you just swiped right.
Like I said, I never hear from you. I never hear from you.
It's all right. We're going to be working more together in 2022. This has been fun. For those of you that caught up in the madness of earlier and we were figuring out which clip to use, the surprise for her, Jimmy J.J. Walker. He's the...
For me? You said it was for me.
It was for you.
But
now it's for everyone else. But originally it was for you.
Make up your mind.
The Time Magazine Comedian of the Decade from 1970 to 79. This guy was like an icon in the 70s and 80s. They had dolls to this guy. Like, he was on the front of magazines.
Because he was dynamite.
Absolutely.
Are you kidding me?
I don't think you're allowed to say it. But
why?
Because now you owe him money or something. It's probably
my
trademark.
bad.
But no.
Sorry, Jimmy.
I remember going into school book fairs and there'd be like Hot Dog Magazine with Jimmy Walker on the front. Like, this guy is a comedy legend. He's been doing this for half a century. Some of my favorite memories have been picking this guy's brain and talking comedy with him.
I can't believe you guys are so close.
Yeah, when the Colts traded for Carson Wentz, like the next day, like he sends me a text like, "Bad trade, guy." Like, I mean, it's just cool that like JJ from Good Times is somebody that like randomly text me.
And you haven't even told him about me, have you?
I haven't.
See, that's what I'm saying. This is why I don't swipe right on you.
I guess. He may know about you. I'm trying to get him to hop on a future podcast here. So if you guys at home that are watching this like Jimmy Walker, type some kind of support in right here so I can show him, like, hey, we want you on the show sometime. And
that would be nice.
That
would be really, really nice.
He's like in his 70s. I'm sure he knows how to do TikTok, though. He's figuring out the rest of this stuff. So,
oh, my.
A lot of fun we're going to have with him. That same weekend, we've got Dustin Sims, so we're starting to do this double dipping stuff where...
I got a feeling you've been double dipping, but that's a whole nother show.
Yeah, this.
Anyway.
I would say this is a family program, but we got Catfish Cooley coming on.
I was talking about the ranch dressing, and see, there you went. That was you. Anyway.
But lots of shows where we're going to have multiple things going on at once. So there's going to be room for lots of people to see us in different areas of the country, for other comedians to hop on and join this weird family of ours. And we're a couple minutes away from...
I mean, you keep saying weird family, but really you're the only weird one in the family.
I'm the weird one?
Like...
So Jake
if
was
this
normal?
Was the Monsters, I'd be like, what was the girl? Marilyn. I'm like Marilyn. Let's just get that straight out there.
Yep, you're the blonde girl of the Mad Hatter shows.
Anyway, they get what I'm trying to say out there in Mad Hatter land.
It's a weird mix of folks we have here too. Like we've talked about the
speak for yourself
twins.
Though, because you keep saying weird and stuff. And when we was talking to Jake, you was talking about weird and something.
It's atypical.
Yeah, that's speak
a
for
lot
yourself.
of brands are easier to put in a box. The night before we had Haywood Banks, we had Christopher Titus. That was another fun show. You remember we had him on the podcast. He and his wife were on that show, and that was a different crowd, different type of show, but very full Hobart Art Theater on a Thursday night. That was a fun thing. So MadHatterShows.com is where you're going to be able to pull up and see
lots of shows
everywhere we're at. So
and you get around.
The guy we got calling in here in a minute is the first shows with him. Catfish Cooley are going to be in Oklahoma. We're going to have him in Lawton, Oklahoma on January 21st. We're going to have him in Tulsa on January 22nd. We also have shows this month scheduled with him in the Peoria area of Bartonville, Illinois, and then also in Plainfield, Indiana, which is west of Indianapolis. We've done shows there several times. It'll be the first time in Bartonville. And in the background here, you can see
funny.
You can see him on stage. A lot of people don't know he has a stage show because he does all the videos and all that. But yeah, he writes jokes too. He seems like a natural at it. I watched some of his set on New Year's Eve, and be happy to have him as part of our roster of Mad Hatter shows, folks.
Dysfunctional family.
Yeah, and it's the The dysfunctional uncle just called in here, so we've been giving everybody their titles here. We got Catfish Cooley in the house.
How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. How you
introduce
doing,
you to
ma'am? Good
Kamillion.
to see you.
Well, hello, motherfucker.
Hello, motherfucker. Come over here and give me a hug on the internet. Hell yeah.
This show's been a little looser than some of our other ones. We're having fun tonight. This is Kamillion, Catfish Kamillion.
Yeah.
First
well,
time I ever.
Meet you, ma'am.
Good to meet you.
First time I ever put those words in that order in my life. So.
I did. I know shit, huh?
I know, right?
We just had a guy that's more unkempt than you on the line up here with Jake Ruble, but I don't know if you saw him. We have a lot of fun with him. They call him Vietnam Jesus.
I'm gonna have to check him out. He sounds
that
fun already.
Something ain't right.
Certainly, you're a character too, and you're one of these guys that people don't even always know your name because those videos they see are like. Redneck eats 42 peppers in a row. Like you're always redneck when that comes through.
All the time. They're like, "Hey, there's that Crawfish Cooley fella."
Yeah, you're internet famous though for sure. Lots and lots of millions of followers, right?
Oh yeah.
How do you go from zero to millions? How did you get there? Like, what's the Catfish story?
I did tell you, I guess eventually I developed, a system to my madness. But right at first, I was just completely having fun, man.
Wow.
I never dreamed in a million years I'd have 10 people watch me, let alone, millions of people. But I just kind of kept at it. And hell, everything, kind of happened by accident. The fact that I got a nickname, Catfish Cooley, I thought was utterly fucking stupid,
What's the story behind that?
My buddy in the gym come in there one day, and he's like, Catfish Cooley. I'm like, that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard, man. And he's like, I'm telling you. He's like, run with it. He said, make a page, do some videos. He said, you'll fucking kill it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be damned if he wasn't kind of right,
Yeah, you owe him a few bucks, I think.
Oh, yeah. I've took care of him now.
I got to say, John and Neil described you as perfectly happy. They told me this was going to be the easiest interview ever. What makes you perfectly happy?
Because I quit giving a fuck a long time ago.
All right.
I really did now. I did. That's how I started all this stuff. I was going through a bad divorce. I lost literally everything I ever had. And I was down in the dumps, but, I never let it bother me or, to what anybody's seen. And I started doing these videos, and it started making them happy, and that kind of made me happy, and one thing led to another. And I got really drunk one night, and I quit my job, and I'm proud I did. I had to eat a lot of ramen noodles, but by God, we doing it to it now.
That's a hell of a story.
Any kids that are watching at home, quit your job. This is the moral of the story. This is.
Hey, whenever they had their 10-year, reunion for school for your graduation shit, they had sent an email to me and told me that I, please attend. Well, I emailed them back. I said, I don't know if y'all remember, but I quit that motherfucker, And they was like, you have to come. You're the only one who's successful.
Now that's some shit.
Man, you're great. Like,
I didn't know.
The funny thing is, you're not even immediately recognizable to some folks. I walked outside with him outside the Redmore the other night, and it took somebody going, wait, is that you? Like, what he said was, you look bigger on the internet.
Everybody tells me that. Hell, I'm 5'10", 300 pounds. I don't know how much bigger I
I
can
know,
get.
right? That's a nice built man right there. Sure.
Yeah, thank you, darling. I appreciate that.
That's a nice built man. Shoot.
It was like that scene in the front of the theater in Annie Hall, though. It was like as soon as one person realized that's who it was, they're just like,
it only takes
it's
one.
that guy, right?
Like a motherfucker after that. You'll do a line up. I take pictures every time I go to Walmart. It turns into a photo session. But damn, I love it.
So you can still go to Walmart? You can still go?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah. Won't be long.
Most definitely. I'll be white trash to the bone, I reckon, till I die.
What is it that you think makes, because there's a lot of people making a lot of videos out there. What is it that draws people to Catfish Cooley? What is it that separates you from some other guy?
Because I never bitch too much. I'm always just having fun. In the middle of the world falling the fuck apart around us, there's a idiot out there eating hot peppers and licking pig's feet and just having a damn ball. And I think everybody needs to see that from time to time.
So were you having a ball before the divorce and all that growing up? Like, were you a class clown, or is this like a new development in your life?
Most definitely. Even whenever I was a millwright for 10 years, and I was constantly getting in trouble for picking and playing and fucking up stuff on purpose to make the jobs fun. And
You're supposed to be serious when you're a millwright,
know,
right? Like
right.
you're working with like thousands of dollars of shit.
Somebody didn't get their
you
mail.
can teach anybody to do anything. That's what I told them. They was like, man, they was like, how do you know you even going to be good at this stuff? You always say you want to be a movie actor and stuff. How do you know you can act? I said, I pulled off. For 10 years, y'all thought I was a fucking mechanic. That's pretty good.
That's damn good.
So from high school dropout to millwright, do you have a technical certificate
I
or
remember
anything?
the ninth grade, I got caught cheating in class, and my teacher, Miss Edelman, she said, "Where's cheat? Never got anybody." I said, "Apparently the ninth grade."
Oh, because I'm here.
Wow. So, but it wasn't because you were I mean, obviously, you got to have a mechanical aptitude to be able to take things apart and do the types of. I call myself
I'm a lot
spatial
smarter than
ed.
I look, but
I can't
funner
look
to
at a
let people
blueprint.
Just think you're stupid.
Yeah, I can't do that stuff. So I take my hat off to folks like you that my son's an electrician apprenticeship program, and I'm just like, he's doing well enough. I want to check and make sure that he's really mine. Should I have been paying support this whole time? Like, how did you come for me? Like, that's crazy. Because I'm just
awesome. Yeah, I know enough about electricity to leave the shit alone. That's about as far as I know about it.
He's like, so how'd you get into being a millwright? Like, how do you take that step?
My stepdad. Thank God that whenever my mama left my daddy for a feller, he had a good job. Whenever I turned 18, I had a good job too. So, thanks, Mom.
Smart woman.
There you go. Now you got a good job again.
Oh yeah, I thoroughly enjoy it, brother.
Well, I don't want to tell all your business to people that don't watch your videos and stuff, but obviously you moved on from that divorce too. I think
I did. I'm finally out of all my management, and I'm single and I'm ready to mingle. By God.
Shit.
Yes.
Single and ready to mingle. That's not even his line, but that's You do
Yeah, no
several.
shit, huh?
You do several things well. I saw a video the other day. It's just you're in an apron skateboarding in a kitchen. Like, do you improv this stuff? Do you sit down and calculate this, or are you just like, hey, go grab the camera?
Well, I don't know if you know it, but they made Delta 8 legal in Texas, so that helps with a lot of them videos there, for sure. But I always kind of get a gist of what I want to do in my head, but no, I never write stuff down. Even like I told you for, my comedy shows, I'll come up with a topic, a few words, and I just think of that, and my brain never stops, neither does my mouth, so that led me to a decent comedy career, I reckon.
Is there anything you ever refused to eat? Because I've seen a lot of videos where you've eaten a lot of stuff.
Oh, God.
You ever refused anything?
I finally got to a point where I've had to, because every son of a bitch you see, whenever they come up to me, they either got a beer or they got a pepper in their hand. And good God, I've done a lot of both, and I've gladly took a break for a while.
Yeah,
both
I
of
bet.
them now.
Yeah.
Right. Has there been a favorite video you've made, or is there any one you can point to?
Man, I tell you the honest God's truth, if you spend a lot of time on a video and it means a lot to you and you think it's hilarious, nobody's gonna like the fucking thing.
I know, right?
Everything that I've ever done on impulse just to do something, the dog food one, that one was one of my biggest videos. And I was at a buddy's house and he had 3 cans of dog food sitting there, and I picked them up. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna be back. And he's like, where you going? I'm like, I'm going on the other side of your trailer and do a video real quick. I went over there and ate dog food and threw up. And hell, by the time I posted it and I went and cleaned the shit off my face, I had 200,000 or 300,000 views on the fucking thing,
Dang.
So yeah, that's a wild thing to see. It's sometimes the stuff we like isn't stuff that takes off, and I know that from
right?
stand-up. You tell a joke and you're just like, yeah, I can't even hold on to that.
Well,
so.
I'm proud I done them videos when you could, because now you can't do shit like that. They'll kick you off now,
Yeah.
So I'm proud I got to do them back when the getting was good, and now we've all had to learn how to tone it down a little bit without being boring, and that's took some getting used to for everybody,
Yeah.
So you mentioned a management change, but the last place you were at, obviously you made some collaborations with some other folks that we've worked with.
Oh yeah.
Who are some folks you've met along the way that you enjoy working with, and any stories with some of
Donnie
those guys?
Baker, naturally, we was there. He's always been awesome, had my back, and love him to death. Ginger Billy, he's toured with me before, and one of my best friends still to this day. We talk weekly. And Andrew Kahn, the sexiest man they ever built, if you ask him.
And Andrew's joining
I'm
you on
telling
some
you,
of these
though, in his
dates.
defense, though, I've never seen a man get more pussy offered to him in my life, you know. And he hadn't took every piece, so he shows some self-control. So I think that's commendable. So good job, Andrew.
Maybe it's his confidence.
I wonder if Andrew's
Gotta be his
watching right
confidence.
now. His ears just perked
Oh
up.
yeah, he's watching. He's sitting there stroking his ego is what he's doing.
But Andrew's going to be on several of these shows. I think all the shows we've got on the calendar,
Oh,
except I
yeah.
don't know if he's in Fort Wayne or not. But all the other ones, it's Catfish with Andrew Kahn. So
Oh yeah. If y'all come to my show, y'all gonna get to see old long neck daddy strut his stuff
Okay.
up there on stage.
Ain't
now.
nothing like a long neck daddy now.
Oh yeah, he's something else now. He's Kentucky's finest. I tell you
Oh
that.
shit! You know that's where I'm from, Neil.
we're going to have Andrew on the next show. I
Okay.
think. I would have
Anything
more
from
spoilers,
Kentucky
but
now.
yeah,
Oh,
we've
she's
got.
a Kentucky girl too.
I'm from Kentucky, baby.
You go, girl.
That's right.
Well, yeah, we're
Hell
gonna
yeah.
get him on here too. I'm getting her all kinds of culture here, but we've had Ginger Billy on the show. We've had
That's
Dustin
right.
Sims on the show. A lot of the YouTube guys.
I
You
like
guys,
Dustin Sims too. That's a good dude. I've never got to meet him personally yet, but I've always loved his stuff.
yeah, you guys
He's
should
cool
like
as
form
hell now.
an army of comics that have gotten famous, going viral, and it's a different
be
format
cool.
now than just
Yeah.
going and hitting open mics at the club and
Oh yeah.
beating your head against the wall.
That
like
are actually funny.
There's other ways now to get an
Yeah.
audience.
Oh yeah, and I know that a lot of people they think it kind of takes away from it, but hell, we've all been doing this shit. We're not new anymore, We've been doing comedy on stage for 5+ years. So
If you could make a
When you
video.
when you come out, I guarantee you our show's just as good, if not better, than fuckers that's been doing it for 20, 30 years, baby.
Yeah, and if you can make a video and put it online without any kind of feedback, without that audience reaction, and it works, that's its
I say
own
get
skill.
it.
That is it's people. It's
Yeah.
not a lesser art form. That is
No.
a separate skill. It's like MMA and boxing. You know what I mean? It's
Oh yeah,
because I need
my
that.
mind to meet so many people that we've met, just house comics and stuff that are really talented, and they're like, "Man, can you give me any advice?" And I'm like, "Fucking make yourself known on the internet, do
Yeah.
some videos." And
Yeah,
they're like,
use the
"No,
internet."
we want to do it the real way." And I'm like, "Well, good fucking luck."
Yeah.
So how was your transition to writing stage material? Because not everybody's good at it. Not everybody enjoys it. What was your process like?
Well, my first process to a real show, I think I did 2 20-minute shows, previous, because I never actually even considered doing stand-up. I didn't know where the internet stuff was going to take me, but that's kind of where it led me. And I think I did 2 20-minute sets that was called sets. They was in the middle of music and out in the middle of a field, and everybody was drunk, and I probably got naked at 1 or 2 of them. I drank a lot back then.
That was a strip show.
But I remember I had a show in Lebanon, Tennessee at the Cahoots Bar, and they told me that I was going to be opening up for Donnie Baker. And I was like, fuck yeah. I'm going to walk out on stage and be like, hey, y'all ready to see Donnie? Here he is, And I got there and they told me, they're like, you're going to be on stage from 8 till 9, and then he'll go on from 9 till 10. And I thought, well, goddamn, I'm fucked. And I asked him, I was like, what am I going to do? He's like, go out there and talk for an hour. And he's like, well, shine the light at you. And he shined the light at me. And man, I was pumped up. I was excited. It was something I never felt before, having all that adrenaline rushing and shit, that you just talk for an hour and they liked it. And I asked him, I said, you got any advice for me? He said, move the damn mic stand out from in front of you next time. He said, congratulations, you got a beautiful comedy tour. And I was like, hell yeah.
So you did an hour instead of the 5 minutes that so many comedians start with, but you still made the same damn mistake with the mic stands.
Oh, I
Literally
did.
started
I left
as a
it there
headliner.
for an entire hour, man. And that's what he said. He said, move the damn mic stand.
Wow.
And then I didn't realize how rare that was to
That is
be
very
headlining
rare.
shows like right off the bat.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
it's
you meet
usually
a lot of
reserved
these
for
guys.
celebrities, basically.
Yeah.
One night I was drinking with this fella, and he was telling me that, about doing open mic nights and stuff. And I was like, man, that sounds fucking awesome. I was like, I want to do one. And he was like, do what? And I'm like, yeah, I want to do one day. He was like, you've got a national comedy tour and you've never done a fucking open mic night? And I was like, no. And it pissed him off, but I'm going to do one day.
Let me just tell
That's
you that
awesome.
that you being this happy and joyous and great guy to be around, you will be tested at an open mic with 23 other comedians there doing 5 shitty minutes of their material.
Yes.
If you can stay happy through that, you are officially the happiest man on the planet. Like that's.
And can I say you've not missed anything?
I could give it hell, brother.
You've not missed out on anything but missing an open mic. I don't think. You're good,
She
brother.
said that, don't even worry about it.
You're good, brother.
Mad Hatter.
Yeah.
MadHatterShows.com. We've got, I think, 6 or 8 shows with you right now already announced. We're planning on doing more as long as you keep wanting to do them.
I can't wait to get up to them now.
We're hitting Oklahoma first, Lawton and Tulsa, and then we're doing Peoria, Illinois, and Plainfield, Indiana. So, when you toured with the other guys before, did you have certain areas of the country you preferred, or is there someplace you want to be? Like, what's your thought about how you choose your cities?
Everywhere we actually went, other than bad timing and some locations, we always had a really good turnout. So,
but now you prefer the South, right?
We love it everywhere.
You prefer the South. Now you can say that. Come on. You prefer the South.
Yeah.
Come on,
We
all
from
right,
the
now.
South.
Come on.
We from the South.
Yeah, we got to say that. We prefer the South now.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Come on now.
So do we
Sorry,
count
Neil.
Oklahoma as the South? Like they're joining the SEC. Does that count, or are they not Southern enough?
Yeah, well, you know what tickles me? Growing up in Louisiana, now I've lived in Texas for 11 years, you don't hear people say the South that much like in normal everyday life. But every time I go up north to like Tennessee or Kentucky or North and South Carolina, everybody's running around, we from the South, we from the South. And in my mind, I'm thinking, well, that was a long fucking way up here,
Yeah. That's funny because somebody told me the other day that Kentucky was not in the South. I said, well, you better tell Kentucky.
I think that's where it starts.
Yeah,
I think that's.
Yeah, if they ain't, they're going to be pissed off when they find out. I don't want to be there when they do.
Tell us. Somebody better tell us.
As soon as you go to Louisville and pronounce it wrong, you're in the South. Like that's when you're corrected on how to pronounce Louisville to
Louisville.
Then you're in the South.
Yeah, don't fuck up when you say Humble, Texas, neither. Don't call it Humble. They'll get
don't
pissed
say
off
that.
at you for that one.
Get it right.
I told them, I'm sorry, I'll be at Humble later as soon as I get through Houston.
Get it right or go home. That's how they feel.
Yeah, I didn't know we was taking the H's off of shit today. I didn't finish school. Cut me a break, fucker.
You ever heard anybody call it Arkansas? Like I've heard people say Arkansas, like instead of Arkansas. I'm like, what is happening?
I've called it Arkansas all my life.
So that's you. You're one of those
you
people.
You have not.
I'm one of them people, 100%.
Do you put the S at the end of Illinois? Is that how you pronounce that?
Yeah, and I call a knife a knife.
I didn't know that.
But
I just called him out.
a pecan. It ain't a pecan, damn it.
Now I know why he did that 1 hour. I can understand how you did that 1 hour. I get it. I get it.
He's not shy. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to perfect something before it comes
Right,
out. He's
I
just
get
like,
it.
boom, I'm already funny. Like that's.
Yeah, it whatever I say somehow, and it's kind of frustrating too because people's laughed at everything I've said. Like I can get mad and be, just infuriated, cussing the motherfucker, and they're just laughing. They're like, "Look at this guy," I've showed people at bars. I'd turn around and see just random people, and I'd be like, "Hey, man, your wife's got nice tits." They'd be like, "Oh, thank you, brother."
You want to feel
I can't piss people off, and it's aggravating sometimes.
That's a gift, brother. That's a gift.
I guess so.
So you're not pulling peppers and that kind of stuff. No skateboards on the stage. What kind of on your stand-up show? What kind of stuff do you cover? Like what should people expect? They enjoy your videos. Why should they come see you on stage?
Unfortunate, true life events that I feel all of us can relate to, no matter how much we don't want to admit it.
Yeah, I can feel
that.
So
I like to
stuff.
talk about my life, shit that I've been through, stuff that, other people, if they'd went through it, they'd probably thought that it was sad or shitty, and I just kind of couldn't wait to tell my fucking friends about it the next day, I figure if I got to live through it, somebody's got to listen to me talk about it, damn it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm only 32, but I think I've lived about 78 years so far.
You got an old soul.
It blows my mind to see, young people with, 25, 26, 30 years old that, don't have kids yet. I'm only 31, but, I'll look back and think, I'm like, fuck, by the time I was 20 years old, I had 2 kids. I'd been a millwright for 2 years,
Yeah.
I had a house, and then people, they'll be like, man, how'd you get this nice house and stuff? I'm like, well, fuck, by the time I was 25 years old, I done lost it all and got it again.
Yeah.
You know, success ain't that hard. Get a job, wake up, go to work on time, don't do math, come in somebody. When they leave, pay child support. You'll have to work. You'll do good. I promise.
I feel like there's a Hollywood screenwriter that needs to take on your story and get the Catfish Cooley story, man.
I wrote some movie plots that I've got to show you one day. If we ever get the money, we'll do it.
I'd love to read them.
Fantastic. Well, people can obviously find you pretty easy. You got a YouTube channel with a gazillion people following.
Oh,
and
Lord,
all that.
I got YouTube. I got which unfortunately I can't get back in after I went through the management change. We lost the login for that, so I'm thinking I'm going to have to make a brand new YouTube channel soon, but follow that one until I do. Instagram's Hello World Catfish Cooley. TikTok's Catfish Cooley 01, I believe. And Facebook, everybody knows about it, you know.
All that content out there, when somebody that maybe is stumbling upon you for the first time, where should they start? What's the first couple Catfish videos they should look up?
Honestly, YouTube. Go to YouTube. It pulls up the golden ones, by God. And it's so horrible to be me sometimes. The other day, I'm in the studio now, you know, and I heard the kids in here just tearing shit up. And I opened the door, and I'm like, you little motherfuckers, calm down, you know. And I got to looking on TV. I was doing the Redneck Ninja shit. And all 4 of my kids was just copying what I was doing on the TV. And I went and I told my wife, I'm like, you're going to have to come get on to them. They fucking as bad as I am, you know?
Awesome. So I'm going to see you on the 21st in Lawton. Did I see correct? Are you thinking about showing up the night before to Mick Foley's show too?
You are damn right. I see that he was going to be there the night before me. I'm like, I'm fucking going to that. By God.
You're in for a treat.
Miss out on a chance to meet Mr. Mick Foley now.
If you guys could get to Lawton, Oklahoma, back-to-back nights, Mick Foley and then Catfish Cooley, like that's going to be an amazing, like this little army-based town in the middle of the country, and it's going to be like an entertainment mecca for 2 nights. So should be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see you out there and start working with you. And
well, thank you so much for having me on, brother, and lovely meeting you, ma'am.
You too,
Awesome.
sir. I look forward to meeting you as well.
We'll talk soon. Thanks for coming on.
Take care, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Y'all have a good one. Love y'all fuckers.
Good night, motherfucker.
Y'all behave yourselves.
I think
he's talking to you. When he
I think we've passed the Sam Losco episode now for profanity in a Mad Hatter podcast. So that's where, and we did it with Jake Ruble on the show. That's like starting with a handicap, but here we are.
Yeah, you should have put a censor on me early.
That's all right.
It was a good show.
We're having fun tonight. We've had a fun podcast. We're at the point now where we do the rundown of all the other.
Oh, you do the rundown. I just nod
shows that are
behind
coming up. But yeah, do you have any thoughts of Jake and Catfish? Like what's
you know, I already loved
reflections.
Jake. I already loved Jake before I met him. That was awesome, and he brought in the peaceful atmosphere. It was so nice.
Right. And then it got a little rowdy.
And then Catfish was so cool. You said he was going to be cool. I should have known. And he's got cool in his name. I didn't even think about that.
So yeah, lots of fun. This is
I learned a lot though talking to him. Was you listening? I learned a lot. That was cool.
So MadHatterShows.com. We've got all kinds of diverse folks out there. We're going to run down some of the shows we've got coming up. So let's start with Haywood. I know we have that clip, but let's bring it up again because the shows are coming right up.
Because he's so cute. Look at him.
Haywood Banks on Friday night in Martinsville, Indiana at the American Legion featuring Jake Ruble. Saturday night at the Lebanon American Legion featuring Neil Snyder. So that'll
Who's that?
That's you're gonna see me do my clean set if you come out.
It's my work husband, y'all.
I think you got another show that night. I think you're otherwise out there hustling and building your career, and that's cool. That's fine. But we're gonna get you in front of him here in a couple months. So there's like 6 shows or 8 shows with Haywood right now on our site. So if you can't be there this weekend,
make one.
If you can be, they're all Indiana and Danville, Illinois. So if you're in the Hoosier State, get out and make sure you see this guy. Even if you've done it, everybody. The funny thing is, he's like posting stuff. People are like, I saw a Haywood show in 1991 that was incredible, and it's like, dude, it's time to go again.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it's time now. You've let 3 decades go by.
Another good time now.
Absolutely, he's got a few new songs. So get out there and enjoy him. But we're talking about Jimmy Walker being a legend. This guy has been in several decades putting out songs and being funny. So he's a great writer and a good musician actually too. So. Very good. So we kind of spoiled the other one here a minute ago too when I said that Catfish was showing up in Oklahoma a night early. But starting on this Sunday, we start a little mini run with Mick Foley, who we had on.
Mrs. Foley's baby boy.
Absolutely. You've opened for this guy. So we can't get more diverse from Haywood Banks to Mick Foley, but that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Our debut in at the Rock House Brewery in Lexington, Kentucky will be this Sunday night. It's a new venue for us, so that should be a lot of fun. The next night we're in Louisville.
He tried
Diamond Pub in Concert Hall. Wednesday, we're coming back to Southern Lanes in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and then the following week, you'll see him in Lawton, Oklahoma at the Vasca Theater. Is it Vasca or Vasca? Vasca. It'll be my first time there, but I guess there's a lot of memorabilia. It should be a lot of fun. So we've got that knocked out. We have so many folks with nicknames. Like, you come from the urban community where everybody has a stage name, but like we have so many white stage names with our people. Like they all have. It's like a very disproportionate amount. But Donnie Baker with the Zubaz pants holding the pork sword in there. We're going to be in Jasper, Indiana, our first show there ever, the Clubhouse 61. And the next night at a new venue in Danville called the Big Easy. I've already been there, and it's really cool. Great owner. A lot of fun there right in the middle of nowhere, really. It's like it's over by the city county building. It used to the venue used to be like
places.
a Knights of Columbus. This young woman bought the place and made it her own restaurant. She serves like jambalaya and gumbo and red beans and rice.
Like a good time.
Should be a lot of fun. So I think it's our first time in Danville, Illinois. So we're hitting new areas already in 2022.
Don't say that like that. Go
hitting
ahead.
new areas
in 2022.
Absolutely. A lot of stuff's happening this year, Christy. Whether you
Whether
want
I'm
to
a
admit
fan
it
or
or
not.
exactly. You want to go on the road, play ball. So we've got the guy we just saw on stage here. I think we're going to reiterate the Catfish Cooley dates. 4 of them in January. We've also got some of them coming in April.
There he is.
This month, Lawton and Tulsa, and Peoria and Plainfield, and then coming in April, we've got he's going to be with Donnie Baker on a show in the middle of that run in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
And that's going to be funny.
And then on each side of it, he'll be in Richmond, Indiana, and London, Ohio. Our first show in London at the State Theater, home of Dan Dean, who's a friend of our brand, and Dan is kind of co-promoting that show. His group Irish I Was Laughing will be on the poster. It's what it's called. Don't make fun of it.
Okay, I'm not.
You're laughing because it's funny. That's good.
I like it.
The Dan Dean used to perform in a kilt. He's not doing that anymore.
like
but this is an interesting dude. You should meet him.
I love a good word pun.
But so thank you for letting us into the State Theater there, so we can bring Catfish Cooley. That should be a fun show. Catfish, Andrew Connon, and probably Dan Dean doing some minutes up front there. So, if you're in Ohio, Illinois, Indiana, or Oklahoma, figure out how to get to see this guy that we just
like
interviewed.
all the states. If you're in any state, come to
nice chunk in the middle of the country. So awesome.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, we've also got the Hodge twins coming to Fort Wayne. We mentioned them already. Can you breathe a little bit?
I'm taking it in.
They've got longer beards now. If you didn't see that before, they've grown those things out for the winter.
It don't even matter, Neil. That's just don't even matter.
The Hodge twins show you get.
Look at them triplets.
There we go.
They're identical. I just get tickled. Look, y'all.
I need to dye my beard, don't I? Like
it's something that's just not the same.
If I dyed my beard, would I look like Uncle Phil? Would that be like I've been told that before.
You know what song's coming to mind?
What's that?
One of these kids is doing his own thing. You remember that? But other than that, I can hardly tell you apart.
Yeah, like we don't use the sound because we don't want to get shut down for copyright reasons. Luckily, that was bad enough that it wasn't going to be
that they don't even recognize.
Yeah, they're like, we don't know what that is. The Hodge Twins, though, honestly, by the time this show's over, it may be sold out on the 22nd. It's so close to selling out the second night in Fort Wayne. We also have Milwaukee on April 1st. Tickets are still available there. Those are at madhattershows.com. So hopefully we get some more dates with the Hodge Twins, but we know the 3 shows coming up. One's already sold out. One's close to selling out. The other one may go that way, too. So, yeah, they do politically themed humor and Q&A. And it's a unique show. Also,
now, are you going to be running the pews?
I'm not going to be on.
The ladies might come. I don't know. Are you going to leave your shirt on?
That's the
take
same
your shirt
weekend
off?
as Oklahoma, so we may need you to do some running. We'll see how that works.
Because you said what word was it? You said you skipped up the. I just want to see scurry. I don't know, but I want to be a witness. I don't know.
It happened. I breathed hard afterwards.
Okay, yeah.
But
whatever.
The Hodge Twins live show, I can't attest, a little dirtier than some of their videos online. So if you're just like, oh, I've seen it all, you have not seen it all.
To clarify
Go
for the ladies, it's a clothes-on show.
It's
okay, Mom.
It's dirty humor. It's not a strip show. It's feel like
asking for a friend, Neil. Asking for a friend.
Feel like sometimes I second guess the co-host choice, but. We always come back to you. So
I'm single, so I feel no guilt.
Absolutely. So we brought up Jimmy Walker. Let's see a clip of him talking,
my boy,
not just to us but on the stage. Let's look at him. I think we have a clip from when he had a Gotham special on Access TV. So gonna get that one pulled up here. And that's going to be the first weekend of February. So he's going to be Thursday night in Fort Wayne on the 3rd. At the Irving Theater on the 4th.
Yes.
And I may need help that night keeping Kamillion from making him uncomfortable because we've announced that she is a super fan of Jimmy Walker and
yeah. Well, you probably could stay at home that day and let me chaperone him around. That'd be the decent thing.
Jimmy's
to
like
do.
my grandpa, and I have to share every moment with him that I can. Like we got precious moments left on Earth together.
I hope you don't disappear that day, get locked in the trunk or something.
Jimmy J.J. Walker, we did a tour of Florida gated communities at one point.
Wow.
We did the 4 shows together. We've been in lots of little different Midwest venues. I actually put him in the gymnasium of my old high school, which is now at the time it was moved to an apartment complex that had like a rec center, and